What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the GoNoGo show. I am your host, Nizam, with my esteemed co-host, Adam. What's up, brother?
What's happening?
Nothing. Well, what had happened was we have about 4 movies for you today. I only got to see 2. I was in Connecticut for a few days, and there is no small features in Connecticut anywhere. So
well, that's what I'm here for.
All right.
That's what I'm here for.
What do we got?
Well, right off the top, we're going to start with Trumbo. That's Bryan Cranston's new film that's playing in like 2 theaters across the country.
Oh, okay.
We're going to move on to Room, which is playing in like double that, maybe 4 theaters across the country. And then we're going to move on to the bigger fare like Peanuts and Spectre, the new Bond film. But that's the beauty of where I live. I live in Manhattan, so I'm very, very close to these movies that are like, when they say playing 4 screens across the country, one of those screens is right near my apartment, so it's nice. Yeah, so I got to see a lot of these. So I'm here for you, brother. I got you covered.
That's cool.
So you want to just get into it?
Well, before we get started, let's do some social media.
Yes, that's right. Okay, if you want to check us out on social media, we have our Instagram page at GoNoGo Movie Reviews. Hashtag GoNoGo with everything you do. If you want to comment, you want to share, all that kind of stuff, hashtag GoNoGo. It'd be pretty cool. Set up a little community for everyone to see everything. We have our Twitter page at GoNoGo Show. We have our Facebook page, GoNoGo Show, in the, there we go, see that, GoNoGo Show in the search bar. We have our YouTube page as well. We can see all these episodes on movies that we can review, some that we can't. Right there, GoNoGo is one word, GoNoGo Show in the search bar. You see all of them.
Or you can just hashtag GoNoGo on any social media. You should be able to find all our stuff. If you're in the White Plains area, you can also, or you can check us online. All the episodes are there. It's wpcommunitymedia.org on your laptop or desktop. In the White Plains area, you can go to Verizon 45, Cablevision 76, Thursday at 7, Friday at 10, Saturday at 2 p.m. Ooh. And without further ado,
let's move on. You want to go? All right, let's get into the first one, Trumbo.
I love our country, and it's a good government, but anything could be better.
You talk like a radical, but you live like a rich guy.
It's a perfect combination. The radical may fight the purity of Jesus, but the rich guy wins with the cunning of Satan.
Your next deal is going to make you the highest paid writer in Hollywood.
Where do I sign?
Are you not, or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party?
Many questions can be answered yes or no only by a moron or a slave.
No studio will ever employ a member of the Communist Party.
Decent Americans feel that Hollywood is just a haven for overpaid traders.
Buddy,
I got nothing to say to you.
we do what everyone says we can't. We write.
Are you out of your mind?
Congress has no right to investigate what we think or how we make movies. I'll write you a movie.
And you don't want your name on it?
No, you don't want my name on it.
Especially if you're still up to stuff. Are you?
Perpetually. The blacklist is alive and well, and so is the black market. We should all be prepared to go to prison.
I don't think you're willing to lose all of this just to do the right thing.
You don't end something like this by giving them what they have no right to ask.
Phone for you.
Oh, who is it?
Spartacus.
But there's a good story in there about one man who tried to take on the whole world.
And what's the title?
Spartacus.
If we get one big movie, we can get all the big movies. Then this whole rotten thing could collapse.
If there is some other writer's name on it, don't believe it.
Fire Dalton Trumbo.
I don't think you and me are going to be pals.
Do you have to say everything like it's going to be chiseled into a rock?
Whisper a movie you've written in secret. Maybe I've even heard of it.
Maybe you have.
That's a good trailer.
Yeah, pretty good, right?
Because I'm not quite sure. I mean, I kind of know what it's about. It's based on a true story. Surprise, surprise! But that looks like a pretty good movie. That's something that'd be interesting to go in, and hopefully they don't throw too much in the trailer in there. I didn't get to see it, but
well, I'll tell you right now. Bryan Cranston. If we had the picture up of him, oh, there he is. This man right here. He's the reason to see this movie. He is remarkable. His performance was incredible. He's one of the best actors we have out there, and he's just watching him, you're in a trance or whatever. I have to admit, this is a very important story to be told. it's about the infamous blacklist, how they blacklisted people who they thought were communists or working with Russians, with the spies and stuff like that during the Cold War or even before the Cold War and stuff like that. So he was a communist. He was an outspoken communist, but he didn't work with the Russians. You know what I mean? So like you could have this was all about the fight for your rights to be whatever you want to be in America. You know what I mean? So like me and my friends, we want to be communists. Let us be communists. We're not hurting anybody. We don't, like we love the country we live in. We just don't want it. We just don't believe in capitalism, whatever. So, but these are the people. They're all just like, you're communist. You're working with the Russians, and boo. They had some really cool behind the scenes stories of like people like John Wayne and who was going against Trumbo and Kirk Douglas, he's the one who plays Spartacus, right? And how he was like secretly working with Trumbo to get the Spartacus script better and stuff like that. And so it was really cool to see the inner workings of that. Unfortunately, the movie did not stand up to the talent involved. There's a lot of great actors in it, a lot of great performances, but the movie itself was boring at times. So it's like it was good. It was a good story to know. It's a true story, which is nice to see, like the fight for whatever freedoms we have today and stuff like that through the Hollywood aspect of it all. But you don't have to see it in the theater.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give this one a no-go. And not because it was a bad movie. It was a decent movie. It just gets boring at times, and you don't have to spend $15 on it with the slew of good movies that are coming out nowadays. So wait for one at home.
All right.
Wait for this one at home. We're gonna move on to another selected release movie or whatever. This one was a little bit more intense. It's called Room. Let's check it out.
Truck. Wiggle out. Jump. Run. Somebody. I'm scared. I know. I'm gonna be there in your head talking to you the whole time.
Truck. Wiggle out. Jump when the truck slows down. Run. Somebody.
You alright? Jack, listen to me. This is our chance. Thank you for letting us do this interview. We're grateful to hear your story. Thank you to everyone who sent their good thoughts and their prayers. For 5 years, you made life in that small room, that prison, as nurturing and normal as you could.
Mom, I'm 5. You're 5.
So old now. You are so old now.
Yep.
Hey, do you know what we're gonna do today?
What?
We are going to bake a birthday cake. You chose to tell Jack that room was the whole world, that there was nothing else.
Good morning, lamp. Good morning, plant. Good morning, sink.
I wanted him to feel safe and that it was a great place for him to live. Did you ever think you would be free? I hoped. Hello, Jack. Thanks for saving our little girl.
Are we in another planet?
Same one, just a different spot.
No matter how sweet the sun. I've been in the world 37 hours.
That's us.
We push. I've seen windows and hundreds of cars and birds and Grandma and Grandpa.
Jack, someone here would like to meet you.
Will he find us?
No, he will never find us.
Everyone keeps asking, are we okay?
You have no idea what's going on in my head.
Yeah, well, try me.
And every time you look at me, that's all that you see?
When I look at you, Joy, I will see my daughter.
You're gonna love it.
What?
The world.
And this is why I don't watch trailers. I don't know if I can handle that. I don't know if I would want to see that.
Is that right? Yeah. To tell you the truth, I was actually a little bit more impressed with this trailer because they showed both sides of it. The first trailer I saw was just about the room. It was just like, good morning, lamp, this and that, blah, 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 and it showed it as if the movie was just about escaping that room. But it's far more than that, which was pretty cool. It was the first half of the movie is that. Unfortunately, this kind of stuff exists. This kind of evil in this world exists, and it reminds me of one of those true stories about the 3 ladies that just got found that were found after like being locked up for 15 years or something like that, and kept as sex slaves or whatever. And one of them did have a kid, so it was like it's very hard to watch a movie like this, even though it's fictional, to think that this kind of thing actually happens out there. So this girl, Brie Larson. Amazing actress. She's going to get a lot of awards attention. I'm sure she is for this one. She'll bring you to tears in this movie about her fight for to keep hope alive and fight for survival and to make the world better for her son. And her son actor Jacob Tremblay. I guess this is his debut movie. Wow. This kid was a revelation in this movie. The whole movie is done from his perspective. That's what I liked about it. I heard the novel's the exact same way. It's done from the kid's point of view. So all the voiceovers, the narration and stuff is done with his voice, like you saw in the trailer. And he's like, I thought it was a little girl at first. When I first saw the trailer, I thought it was a little girl.
Looked like
he's
it too.
A beautiful little boy. And but I'm like, it's definitely he's a dude. And he helps. She uses him when she's old enough. She spends all this time when she's old enough to help her escape that room or whatever. And then that's the first half of the movie, so it's very suspenseful. The second half of the movie is dealing with just the aftermath and stuff like that, which is cool. So it's a very human story. It's very how to deal with struggles and stuff like that. And it also makes you, I think, as the viewer, appreciate all the blessings, the little blessings we take for granted in our lives. You know what I mean? Like it really shines a light on. It could be so much worse, you know what I mean? Like that, just her being locked up in this room for 7 years, kept as a sex slave basically, and has a kid with her or whatever, and just simple things like just going outside and take a breath of fresh air, you know what I mean? Like simple freedoms like that are taken away. So this movie's very important. It's going to get a lot of play. Hopefully a wider release. I highly recommend seeing this, giving it a go.
Okay.
Definite go for room.
Cool. All right, let's get into the next one. What are we doing?
Peanuts.
Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown's back.
Let's check it out.
Hey, gang, look, there's a new kid moving in. I just hope this new kid has never heard of me. It's not often you get the opportunity to start over with a clean slate. This time, things will be different. He did it!
This November,
I'm going to change who I am and become a winner. Wow.
find the courage.
If there's one person you want by your side at a moment like this, it's your loyal dog.
No dog!
To dream big.
If you really want to impress people, you need to show them you're a winner.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind.
Of course, when I say you know I don't mean you personally.
20th Century Fox presents
Step 1. Forget everything you ever knew about yourself. Charlie Brown is not a quitter. Are you serious?
Schroeder, Sally,
Yeehaw!
Linus,
Hey, Charlie Brown.
Peppermint Patty,
Sir! 2, no 3.
Big Ben, Lucy,
You blockhead!
Snoopy, and Charlie Brown.
The new kid is coming. She is pretty.
She's not that pretty.
She looked at me.
From the imagination of Charles Schultz.
My naturally curly hair!
Comes the incredible story
Now there's a guy who's going places.
of an underdog and his dog.
Snoopy, what would I do without a friend like you? I can't believe I'm about to talk to the new girl.
Hello? What are you looking at, big brother?
Are you crazy?
Hey, I want to see!
The Peanuts Movie. Dream big November 6th.
I love Snoopy.
Snoopy's the man.
Yeah, he is.
I like this. I like this movie a lot. It's classic. It's classic Schultz. It's classic Peanuts. It's classic Charlie Brown. All the jokes are still there. They didn't try to change it for the new kids or anything like that.
True.
It was. It stayed really true to form, and it's not. I'm not going to say it's a classic, but it's classic Peanuts.
Yes.
It's everything. If you've known it, it's everything that you know. And you know, even with the tissue generation, you know, the millennials or you know, us coddling all these kids nowadays, like it still had the jokes. You know, like you saw. you know, Lucy called Charlie Brown a blockhead,
Yeah.
and Snoopy grabbed the mop and snapped it, and he was like, no, these are still kids, and they're still mean and just brutally honest.
Yep.
And
that's one thing I like too, is that when you remember these aren't just kids, so it's like the story arcs when it comes to what's important to them might not be important to us because we're adults or whatever. It's like, oh, this kid passed the test, now I'm going to spend a half hour thinking that he's like the top of his whatever. I'm just getting at is that with kids, that is their life, their school and their friends and stuff like that. So like they focused a lot on that. It was innocent, it was cute, it was fun. It wasn't drowned in the snarky, sarcastic cynicism that a lot of things are drowned in nowadays, because that's just the way the world is when it comes to humor and stuff like that. So it was nice to go back to just the innocence of children and and just rooting for Charlie Brown, because the world is throwing so many pies in his face, and every time he wipes it off, he's just like, look, see, he's just doing his best to be the best person he can be, and even though everything goes wrong for him, it's just about never giving up. His best friend Snoopy has always got his back. I thought that was really cute. So it was
Snoopy and Linus got his back
always.
Classic Peanuts. There's not too much I can say about it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they almost showed too much in the trailer, like all the stuff, but they didn't. There's some jokes that you'll get in there that are pretty good.
Yeah.
I like it. I gave it a go. I went with my niece and nephew, and
did they enjoy it? I was wondering how the kids would feel.
Nephew liked it. Like he seemed to enjoy it. Like he was kind of bouncing around in his seat, and my niece, she's a little mature for her age. She's 5th grade, so she knows
everything now.
It's boring. And I was like,
she knows everything. You're in 5th grade, obviously you know everything.
Yeah, so, but I give it a go. I say take your kids, go on a date. Like
I saw it by myself. I was the creepy dude in the front, probably when you were with your niece and nephew. I'm the creepy guy by himself with his hat down. Wow, it was this guy. Okay. It was so good. But so coming from the creepy dude, it was a go. Coming from someone bringing kids, it was a go as well. Yeah. It was a good one.
It's fun. It's a fun movie.
Check it out.
Next up, Mr. Bond. James Bond.
You had no authority. None. Mexico City. What were you doing there?
I was taking some overdue holiday.
So what's going on, James? They say you're finished.
What do you think?
I think you're just getting started.
Magnificent, isn't she? 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. A few little tricks up her sleeve.
Do one more thing for me.
What do you have in mind?
Make me disappear. Tell me where he is.
He's everywhere.
If you go there, you're crossing over to a place where there is no mercy.
You're protecting someone.
Get away from me!
Why should I trust you?
Because right now, I'm your best chance of staying alive. This organization, do you know what it's called?
Its name is Spectre.
And do you know who links them all?
Me.
Welcome, James.
You came across me so many times, yet you never saw me.
What took you so long?
Is this really what you want? Living in the shadows, hunting, being hunted, always alone?
I don't stop to think about it.
It was me, James. The author of all your pain.
Yeah, it's Bond. This movie is Bond. It's just had all the mean? It's everything guys want to be. It's everything girls hate. It's just misogynism on the largest scale. It's a guy who's great at blowing stuff up, betting beautiful women, and globetrotting. I mean, there's really not much. Okay, yeah, definitely. He's a
license to kill.
License to kill, exactly. He's a professional assassin. How'd you feel?
I am a civilian to James Bond. I'm probably going to date myself, but I saw For Your Eyes Only in a drive-in movie theater.
Really?
Wow. That was probably
Impressive.
the last Bond movie I saw. Okay. No, I'm lying. I don't know, like Roger Moore, Connery, Dalton, Brosnan. I don't know. I probably should have gone back and seen the Daniel Craig. When Daniel Craig came around, I wasn't feeling it because they're all kind of tall, dark, and handsome, and now you got this kind of semi-blonde guy.
Yeah, blonde hair, blue eyes.
So,
that was a big controversy the first time he came around. But I think in Casino Royale, he proved his weight.
So I got in there and it went over my head a little bit.
Okay.
The action's there. It's Bond.
Have you seen the other ones? Have you seen like the Quantum of Solace and Skyfall and whatever? Because it does kind of like all link up. They're standalone movies, but they all kind of do link up in certain spots of it.
Right. So no, I don't. I should have went back and watched them again. I'm pretty sure I saw Skyfall and
which is the superior film,
and Quantum of Solace, but I don't know. For me, it was kind of slow at times. It dragged a little bit.
I agree. As a lot of Bond films do. But yeah, you're right. When the action is there, the action's intense. You got to admit that, like the fight scenes and the car chases and pretty much everything that you're used to with Bond, like the going down the ski slope and shooting off guns and planes coming down and losing their wings and all that stuff. Like it's just intense, insane action, and it's great when it's on screen. Like the whole first 5 minutes of the movie, you see it in the trailer. Yeah, exactly.
I thought you were going to say something else, but I was going to say it.
When the wall falls down and he crashes in and he's sliding down, whatever. That's all in the beginning, the very first 5 minutes of the movie, and I was holding my breath. But you're right. They move on to some pretty like slower parts, and you're sitting there kind of.
I don't know if you guys are gonna hate me for this, but if I could compare it to Mission Impossible, they just keep banging out great movies.
Yeah,
it's like they're just about again, but it was great.
Yeah,
like with Bond, like I don't know if I lost the luster after like Dalton or like one of the tall, dark, and handsome guys, but I don't know. I guess if you're a Bond fan and you've been following the story, you kind of have to know the story.
Yeah,
you kind of have to know like a little something. And
I feel that the Bond series is trying to be a little bit more serious. You know what I mean? Because I think the Mission Impossible movies, each one that comes out is like, how can we make this mission more impossibler? You know what I mean? And make it more insane to where people go, oh my God, he can't get out of this. And then he does. So I think they have a little bit more of leeway when it comes to the fun aspect of it, because Bond is not known for being like fun. He's more like, especially this Bond, he's like more of a brooding kind of like, a tortured Bond.
Yeah, I mean? But even when it comes to the death-threatening situations, you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm a bad guy, I'm just gonna kill you. Like I feel like
you want to get caught monologuing?
Yeah, I feel like it's this elaborated like. Yeah. But what I'm going to do is type on the computer, and the machine is going to come around your head, and it's going to go into the cerebral cortex, and it's going to, and it's like, what?
Like
press the button, dude.
Seth Green. I have a gun in my room right now. I can bring it out, pop, dead, done. No, you just don't get it, Scotty. No.
But it's like it's like a couple times in the movie, I'm just like, yo, man, like you got him. Yes. Like just kill him. You know, like there's no one can save them but them right now.
If he did, then they couldn't make a 24th, 25th Bond. What are we on now? I don't even know. We're in the high 20s when it comes to Bond. But you know what? Bond is one of the just personas that I've always wanted to be. Just as a little boy, Indiana Jones, James Bond. Han Solo, I'm sorry. Han Solo. These are the characters that I grew up on. Look at them. There's nothing more badass than that, just dressed in all black with a gun, chasing beautiful women on a ski mountain slope somewhere off on the other side of the world. It's James Bond. I think Sam Mendes, though, who directed this film, who directed the amazing Skyfall, Sam Mendes shot himself in the foot with this one. It's kind of like when The Dark Knight came out, and The Dark Knight's a near-perfect movie. Problem is, with a near-perfect movie, if you have another one in the pipeline to make, it's kind of hard to improve on it. So Skyfall was in my opinion, the epitome of James Bond movies. I thought it was phenomenal from start to finish. So after Skyfall, I'm like, this one is good, it's entertaining, but it doesn't quite hold up. So it's like if you want to get more Bond, go and get more Bond, but don't expect a Skyfall because it's falls a little short.
So what do you give it?
I give it a go.
Give it a go.
Absolutely, especially on IMAX. I saw it on the IMAX screen, and the seats were rumbling, and watching Monica Bellucci. Oh, shout out to Monica Bellucci, by the way. She's on record as
from Matrix.
Yes, and she's the absolutely gorgeous Italian actress. She's on record as being one of the probably the oldest, I think the oldest Bond girl to be featured in a movie where he's like one of his love interests. She's like 50 years old and she looks like she's 30. She's absolutely beautiful. So shout out to her, and shout out to Dave Bautista as one of the big badass villains. That's like kind of like a odd job. You know,
is he really that big?
He's big, man. Did you see him in Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah.
He doesn't wear a shirt the whole time, and he's
I just thought he was just wide. Like he looks like
he barely fit in the car. He's in a sports car chasing him.
He's like 6'5". Yeah. If you are a Bond fan, it sounds like you would like it.
Yes.
If you watch Bond movies, go back and watch the other ones. And I'm gonna give it a go. I mean, I was entertained by it. But I feel like I was kind of lost at times. And then, you know, sometimes the dialogue was kind of, and they were being meticulous about all the little things that they were talking about.
Yeah, I think they kind of hope to make it really complicated for people to just stop thinking. It's like, all right, whatever, just move on.
Shoot the gun, shoot it!
And it's also Guinness, the Guinness Book of World Records has awarded it with the largest on-set live-action explosion ever. I believe you remember the part that when they're walking up and he turns around and it's just like the whole time watching it.
That whole crater or whatever blew up.
Yeah, there's the large. So that's a pretty cool thing to see too. That's history in the making. It's the largest live-action real-life explosion in cinematic history. So that's pretty cool to check that out.
Sweet.
On IMAX.
Yeah.
So
I give it a go.
I give it a go as well.
All right.
All right, gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta go. We gotta go. I got a whole bunch of new movies for you next week. So we let us go so we could go back into the theater and start watching them.
And hashtag social media, hashtag GoNoGo. Find us online.
All right.
We'll see you next week.